So I think one thing has been quite clear and apparent among many fans when it comes to the whole acquisition of Fox by Disney, and that's that they definitely want Wolverine in the MCU, but there seems to be an overwhelming, I would say, contingent of fans that want Hugh Jackman to appear as soon as possible, and I'm here to talk about the fact of why this is a terrible idea. Now, before you dislike this video, please just hear me out, okay? Hear me out. I'm going to prove exactly why. I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to compare it to previous things that I said, which got me a lot of hatred for when I said it for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. But then it proved to be the best choice ever. So just hear me out before you dislike this video on why Hugh Jackman should not come back as Wolverine. So first and foremost, Hugh has been Wolverine for 17 years. 17 years he's done this job. And he's done a phenomenal job. But we of course know that he has no connection to any of these characters that are currently in the MCU. None. There's been no connection. It's a separate universe. The moment you bring this character in, if you say he's existed in this universe, and this has all happened, you're bringing so much baggage in that you can't possibly deal and explain it all. Now, comparing this to Spider-Man, look at Spider-Man Homecoming. It messed up one thing by saying that the timeline kind of chain of events happened wrong and everybody started flipping out. The MCU is known for being consistent. You can't just say that these X-Men have been around for the entire time. Now, I know what you're thinking. I can hear it. Multiverse. Sure, that might work. But once again, you're bringing along so much baggage from this other franchise that he's established and synonymous for, that if you do that, you're really doing the character really a disservice. So let's say hypothetically they get a Hugh Jackman cameo for Avengers 4, right? What have you just done? People are now going to expect to see this character as Wolverine. And the moment you recast someone, he's automatically going to get hated upon by legions of people. Because he's not Hugh Jackman, because you already proved Hugh Jackman exists in this universe as Wolverine. So that's a terrible idea. Now, I said I was going to compare this to Spider-Man, so let me get to that now. So many of you guys probably remember that back when I was talking about the Amazing Spider-Man ending, I made a video saying, watch, this deal is going to be made and they're going to recast. And a lot of people were mad at me. Good God, people were mad at me. Because, remember, Andrew Garfield was the perfect Spider-Man. Just like Tobey Maguire was the perfect Spider-Man. Remember, every new actor is the perfect version of this character. People were adamant that Christian Bale is the best Batman ever. He can never be replaced. Here comes Ben Affleck. Fanboys are all over him, right? That's how this thing goes. You cast a new actor. You have to do this because you're not bringing the baggage of the old franchise and you're giving someone a shot to cement their own character. Now, I guarantee you, everybody watching this video that is mad at me for saying you have to recast Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, you will all absolutely forget about Hugh Jackman and board the brand new bandwagon the moment that the first official photo of Wolverine is released and it's some like 5'5" tall actor with a slight hunch wearing the suit. And you know I'm right about this. You know I'm right. I literally do not think there is any reason for them to bring Hugh Jackman in as Wolverine. As much as I would love to see it, trust me, I would. I definitely would, guys. But that would do more damage than anything else. Because the moment you bring in Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, then people start going, well, why don't you bring in Patrick Stewart? Why don't you bring in McKellen? Why don't you bring in McAvoy? Why don't you bring in Fassbender? Why don't you bring in Jennifer Lawrence? And you can't just bring over everybody. It has to be a clean reboot. From the bottom to the top, everything has to get redone. And of course, we've already heard about how Kevin Feige is eager to start recasting with the rest of the people over at Marvel. So, as much as we would like it, guys, I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen.